Business happens in the browser. It's where teams and contractors all access corporate apps, conduct research, and leverage AI.
The browser has become so important recently because it is now considered the workspace. The majority of apps are all web-based. The control has to be in the browser today.
We've pushed more and more work at the enterprise level, at the organizational level, to the browser. The browser's become sort of the first line of defense, except for the fact that the browser is still kind of the laziest tool in our tool bag.
When everybody works from the browser, browser security isn't just a nice to have, it's a necessity. Traditional security tools really focus at the endpoint layer, but what we're seeing is the browser is the #1 application that our users are using, so attackers are following where the users are.
The challenge with SASE today is you can't control and enforce security at the browser.
But standard browsers, Chrome, Safari, Firefox, Edge, and others, lack essential enterprise-grade security, while existing solutions, like EDR SSE, lack critical visibility and control in the browser. Today, 76% of ransomware hacks and 70% of malware attacks originate from the web. And in less than 2 years, 15 browser-oriented zero-day attacks were exploited by hackers.
Digital predators are targeting the browser like never before, and it's become a major enterprise vulnerability, a source of compromised endpoints, in-browser policy violations, and sensitive data loss.
So you can't protect what you can't see, and the browser, for the most part, is something that most organizations are blind to, and Seraphic changes that.
Seraphic adds a powerful security layer to the browser your teams already know and love. There's no new browser to learn, meaning zero adoption hurdles or change management friction.
Firewalls and antivirus weren't built for a world where all activity is happening in the browser. Seraphic addresses the evolution of these threats. And so what we found when we deployed Seraphic was we had countless numbers of malicious extensions that were already in our environment that we would have never known about without a tool like this.
So extensions are quite limited in terms of different controls and OS level visibility.
Seraphic solution is transformative because it takes a different approach to analyzing the data inside the browser. Seraphic is using a unique JavaScript layer that overlays the native interpretation engines within the browsers. Therefore, it can trick the attacks and detect them and divert them.
The problem with traditional browser security solutions is they always brought friction and pain to the user experience. The nice thing about Seraphic is that you can set it and then the employee forgets that it's even there.
Prior to Seraphic, browser security was really just patching and hoping for the best. Now we have defense against that.
We did not have to replace other users' web browsers. You don't really have to worry about user adaptation.
The browser plugin allows a freedom for users to use any browser they want, so they have that same user experience. It's no friction to deploy, and instantly you start seeing the benefits of enterprise browser.
Unlike browser extensions, Seraphic's browser agent isn't limited by vendor APIs. It operates deep inside the browser's JavaScript engine. Our suite separates incoming code and user actions from the browser engine, enabling businesses to monitor and control all browser operations in every session and on every device.
Moving our defenses into the browser allows us to be at the point of attack at the most opportune time.
Seraphic unique approach to browser security allows it to be much better at blocking 0 days. Many access solutions today requires quite complex setup from the organization in order to operate, like proxies, and Seraphic removes all the frictions and still enables very powerful security and simple zero trust capabilities. It also reduces costs for the organizations because the deployment is far simpler. You don't need proxies or web gateways.
So essentially it's becoming more and more common to see browser exploitation, and Seraphic provides that robust protection and obviously a lot of controls from inside the browser that provides really granularity and fine-grained controls over any user action. So essentially the organization can have full visibility and control into everything that happens in the browser in every session.
Seraphic not only recognizes well-known attacks, it will immediately stop zero-day attacks.
Seraphic makes it easy for us to maintain productivity for our users without interrupting them by making the installation process completely invisible to them. Configuring it, installing it was absolutely seamless.
It gives security teams the ability to get a much early kind of warning and even prevent attacks before they even start.
We see everything and we can protect against even the most sophisticated threats that others cannot.
The goal is to get maximum security with no friction for the employee. So that's what we're always aiming for, and we rarely ever find that. And so when you get to a product that does deliver that, it's pretty exciting. Yeah, in my mind, Seraphic is browser security perfected.
Working with Seraphic has been fantastic from the very start. We've had all the support that we need.
Working with the Seraphic team has been a joyful ride since day one.
In this moment of extraordinary cyber danger, Seraphic is upending the false choice between robust security and governance on one side, and user experience and productivity on the other. Finally, there is no trade-off.